Welcome back to the shadowy realm of Haunting Crypt Chronicles. As the rain serenades us with its haunting melody, we prepare to embark on a journey through time and terror. Tonight, under the cloak of darkness and the relentless downpour, we'll unveil ghostly tales that are not just stories, but echoes of the past. Wrap yourself in a blanket, dim the lights, and let the rain's cadence accompany these spine-chilling true ghost stories. In the heart of a tempestuous night where the rain sings a foreboding lullaby, we stand on the threshold of the unknown. Each raindrop is a note in the symphony of spectral tales, a prelude to the ghostly whispers we are about to unravel. Our first tale takes us to an old abandoned mansion in the heart of England. As the rain beats down on the dilapidated roof, the house seems to come alive, whispering tales of its ghostly inhabitants. A family lived here once, their fate unknown, their spirits said to wander the halls to this day. In the heart of the English countryside, where ancient trees whisper secrets of the past, stands a mansion as old as the tales that shroud it. On this tempestuous night, the relentless rain cloaks it in a veil of mystery and melancholy. I find myself at its wrought iron gates, the camera in my hand, a silent companion in this eerie exploration. The mansion, once a beacon of grandeur, now lies in ruin. Its once proud walls are marred by time, and its windows, shattered and empty, stare back like hollow eyes. The rain taps a mournful rhythm on the decaying roof, each drop resonating with the untold stories hidden within these walls. As I push open the creaking gates, the scent of damp earth and forgotten histories fill the air. My footsteps echo on the gravel path, a solitary sound in the quiet of the night. The camera captures the surreal beauty of the scene. The way the rain seems to dance in the faint glow of my flashlight. The way the shadows play tricks on the eyes, creating fleeting images of what once was. The legend of the mansion is as old as the village nearby. It speaks of a family that vanished without a trace, leaving behind a home that slowly succumbed to the ravages of time and neglect. Whispered rumors of ghostly apparitions and unexplained phenomena have long surrounded this place, turning it into a subject of both fear and fascination. As I approach the main entrance, the grandeur of the past becomes evident. The door, grand and imposing, is adorned with intricate carvings that speak of a time when this mansion was the heart of lavish gatherings and joyous celebrations. But now it stands as a sentinel to a long-forgotten past, its splendor lost to the ages. I pause, the weight of the mansion's history pressing down upon me. The stories of its ghostly inhabitants are not just tales to thrill. They are echoes of lives once lived. Lives that, perhaps, still linger in these halls. Turning the camera towards the mansion's facade, I let it capture the haunting beauty of the architecture, the eerie way the rain seems to bring the stone to life. Tonight, I whisper into the microphone, we delve into the heart of this mystery. We seek the spirits that roam these halls in search of the truth behind the legend of the vanishing family. Join me as we uncover the secrets of the English mansion, a place where the past is not just remembered, but relieved. With a deep breath, I push open the door, stepping into the darkness that awaits. The journey into the haunting of the English mansion begins. The door creaks open, revealing the mansion's grand hall, a once magnificent space now surrendered to decay. My flashlight cuts through the darkness, its beam dancing across the remnants of luxury, a chandelier hanging precariously, faded tapestries clinging to the walls, and a grand staircase rising to the shadowed upper floors. The rain's pitter-patter against the broken windows lends a rhythmic eeriness to the silence within. I tread carefully over the rotting floorboards, my narration a steady undertone to the video. This mansion, a relic of the Victorian era, was the heart of the estate, hosting lavish balls and gatherings. Now it stands as a mausoleum to its former glory, a monument to a family lost to time. The camera pans across the room, capturing the eerie essence of the forgotten grandeur. As I ascend the staircase, a chill runs down my spine. The air grows colder, denser, as if resisting my intrusion. The second floor reveals corridors lined with doors, each leading to chambers that hold their own secrets. I choose a door at random, pushing it open to reveal what was once a child's bedroom. Toys covered in layers of dust lay scattered, and a crib stands in the corner, its bars rusted and broken. A sense of profound sadness permeates the room, as if the joy once present had been suffocated by the oppressive atmosphere of the mansion. I whisper into the microphone. It's said that on certain nights the laughter of children can be heard, a ghostly echo of the past. Just as I speak, a soft thud echoes down the hallway. The camera jerks towards the sound, capturing only the empty corridor. My heart races. The mansion is beginning to reveal its secrets. Venturing further, I enter what appears to have been the master bedroom. A large four-poster bed dominates the room, its once fine linens now moth-eaten and stained. Portraits hang on the walls, their subjects' faces faded but still exuding a stern presence. It's in this room that the air feels heaviest, a suffocating blanket of despair. I recount the tale of the lord and lady of the house, their love turning to bitterness. Rumors of madness and betrayal. Some say it was the lady of the house who disappeared first, vanishing without a trace. Her husband, driven mad by grief and guilt, locked himself in this very room, never to be seen again. As I speak, a cold draft sweeps through the room, stirring the stagnant air. The portraits seem to watch, their eyes following my every move. I turn to leave, but a soft sob stops me in my tracks. The sound is faint, almost imperceptible, yet unmistakably human. My camera scans the room, but there is no one to be seen. The sob turns into a whisper, a voice laden with sorrow. Leave this place. I retreat from the room, my mind reeling from the encounter. The mansion is more than a mere structure. It's a vessel for the untold pain and tragedy of its former occupants. Each room tells a story, a chapter in the mansion's tormented history. Descending the stairs to the ground floor, I find myself drawn to the library, its shelves laden with moldy books, their pages yellowed and curled. The once grand fireplace is now cold and dark, a layer of ash its only testament to past warmth. I run my fingers along the spines of the books, each one a remnant of the knowledge and stories once cherished here. My flashlight catches something unusual, a diary, its leather cover cracked and worn. I open it carefully, the pages brittle to the touch. The diary belonged to the lady of the house, its entries a window into her soul. The words reveal her loneliness, her growing despair, and hints of a dark secret that plagued the family. As I read, the sound of footsteps echoes in the hallway, deliberate and heavy. I freeze, the diary still in hand, as the footsteps grow closer, louder. My camera, now an afterthought, hangs loosely at my side. The footsteps stop just outside the library door, a shadow falling across the threshold. I brace myself, expecting an apparition, a specter from the past. But there is only silence, a silence so profound, it feels like a scream. The shadow recedes, the footsteps retreat, leaving behind a multitude of unanswered questions. I close the diary, a sense of urgency propelling me. The mansion, with its decaying walls and forlorn spirits, is a puzzle, each piece revealing a fragment of the tragic tale. The diary is a key, a guide to unraveling the mystery that shrouds this place. As I make my way to the exit, the mansion seems to sigh, a sound of resignation and relief. The rain has eased, its gentle tapping a stark contrast to the storm that had raged when I arrived. Stepping out into the breaking dawn, the mansion looms behind me, a silhouette against the lightening sky. The haunting of the English mansion is not just a story of ghosts and forgotten lives. It's a tale of human emotion, of love and loss, betrayal and sorrow. And as I drive away, the mansion fading into the distance, I know that its whispers will haunt me, a lingering reminder of the thin veil between the past and the present, the living and the dead. The mansion, with its secrets slowly unraveling, seemed to breathe a life of its own, each creak and whisper a language only understood by those who dare to listen. As the first light of dawn began to dispel the darkness, I found myself drawn to the mansion's heart, the grand ballroom where the final pieces of this spectral puzzle awaited. The ballroom, a vast chamber of faded elegance, lay before me. Its once splendid parquet floor was now scarred with the passage of time. The rain, now a gentle murmur, played a melancholy tune against the paneled windows. The air was heavy, laden with the unspoken tales of yesteryears. I began to narrate, my voice a mere echo in the vast emptiness. Here, in this very room, the family would host grand affairs, balls that were the envy of the county. Now it stands desolate, a silent witness to the family's enigmatic disappearance. The camera panned across the room, capturing the haunting beauty of the decay. As I ventured further into the room, a sudden cold draft swept through, carrying with it the faint sound of music, a haunting melody that seemed to emerge from the walls themselves. A shiver ran down my spine as I realized the music was from a bygone era, a ghostly remnant of the mansion's former life. The melody grew louder, and with it, ethereal figures began to materialize, dancing in a spectral ball that defied time and death. The figures were translucent, their faces a blur, yet each movement was a dance of elegance and sorrow. I stood transfixed, the camera recording this impossible scene. The legends speak of the family's last ball, a night of tragedy that would seal the mansion's fate, I whispered, the words barely leaving my lips. As the ghostly dance continued, a figure detached itself from the spectral throng, its form clearer, more solid than the others. It was the lady of the house, her expression one of deep sorrow and longing. She approached, her gaze locked onto mine, a silent plea in her eyes. In a voice that was a mere wisp of sound, she spoke, her words clear in the silence of the ballroom. "Help us find peace," she implored. The camera captured her every word, every emotion. "We are trapped in this night, unable to move beyond our tragedy. Uncover the truth, release us from this eternal waltz." Compelled by her plea, I began to search the ballroom, the lady's ghostly presence a constant companion. In a corner, obscured by shadows, I found it, a hidden panel that revealed a secret compartment. Inside lay a collection of letters and a journal, the handwriting unmistakably that of the lord of the house. The entries revealed a tale of forbidden love, betrayal, and a curse that had doomed the family. On the night of their last ball, a confrontation had led to a fire that consumed the mansion and its inhabitants, trapping their spirits in the very night of their demise. As the truth came to light, the air in the ballroom shifted, the spectral dancers pausing in their eternal waltz. I read aloud the final entry, a confession of guilt and a plea for forgiveness. The lady of the house, her face awash with relief, nodded her gratitude. With the revelation of the truth, the ghostly figures began to fade, their forms dissolving into the morning light. The music, too, dwindled, the last notes hanging in the air before vanishing. The ballroom, now silent, was bathed in the soft glow of dawn. I turned off the camera, a sense of closure filling the room. The spirits of the mansion, bound by tragedy and sorrow, had found their peace. The rain had stopped, its final drops a benediction to the souls released. As I left the mansion, the sun broke through the clouds, casting its rays upon the once cursed abode. The haunting of the English mansion was no more. The family's story, a tragic tale of love and loss, would live on in the annals of the supernatural. A reminder of the thin line between love and obsession, life and the afterlife. Driving away from the mansion, its image receding in my rear-view mirror, I knew that this experience would linger in my mind. A haunting reminder of the power of truth and redemption. The camera beside me held footage of an otherworldly encounter, a testament to the mansion's final release from its spectral imprisonment. Next, we traveled to the rain-soaked streets of Tokyo, where a spectral figure is said to appear on rainy nights. They call her the Lady in the Rain, a ghostly apparition of a woman who met a tragic end, her spirit unable to find peace. The neon-lit streets of Tokyo, usually a vibrant canvas of modernity and motion, take on a different hue under the relentless downpour of a late evening rain. The city, with its towering skyscrapers and bustling crowds, seems to whisper secrets as the rain washes over it, each drop a note in a symphony of urban mystery. Here, in the heart of this sprawling metropolis, a spectral legend weaves through the alleys and avenues, her story as enigmatic as the city itself. I find myself walking the slick, rain-drenched streets, the camera in my hand capturing the contrast of the traditional lanterns, swaying gently against the backdrop of flashing neon signs. The The pitter-patter of the rain on my umbrella merges with the distant hum of the city, creating a melody that feels both haunting and soothing. The air is thick with the scent of rain on asphalt, mingled with the aromas from street food vendors, a sensory tapestry unique to Tokyo. As I navigate through the crowded streets, my narration offers a bridge between the viewers and the tale I am about to unfold. In Tokyo, where past and future intertwine, there's a story that's whispered on nights like this, I begin, my voice steady amidst the sounds of the city. It's the tale of the lady in the rain, a ghostly figure said to walk these streets on rainy evenings, her presence as elusive as the mist that envelops the city. The camera pans across the glistening sidewalks, capturing the hurried steps of passers-by, their faces obscured by umbrellas, as they move like shadows against the city lights. Legend has it, I continue, that the lady in the rain was once a woman of the city. Her life cut tragically short, leaving her spirit in a perpetual search. Some say she's looking for a lost love. Others believe she seeks vengeance. But all agree that her apparition is a poignant reminder of the thin line between the world of the living and the realm of spirits. The neon lights reflect in the puddles, creating a kaleidoscope of colors that flicker and dance with each raindrop. As I delve deeper into the city's heart, the modern bustle begins to give way to quieter streets where the echoes of ancient Tokyo can still be felt. It's in these lesser-traveled paths that the lady in the rain is said to appear, her silhouette a fleeting whisper in the curtain of rain. The camera captures the stark contrast between the bright, lively avenues and the somber, shadowed alleys. Tonight, I say, turning the camera to a narrow, lantern-lit lane, we'll trace the steps of the lady in the rain, hoping to catch a glimpse of her, and perhaps understand the story that keeps her bound to these rain-soaked streets. Join me as we explore this enigma, wrapped in the shroud of Tokyo's rainy night. As I venture forward, the anticipation builds. The lady in the rain, a figure shrouded in mystery and melancholy, awaits in the heart of Tokyo's downpour, her story interwoven with the very essence of this enigmatic city. The labyrinthine streets of Tokyo, a tapestry of shadow and light under the relentless downpour, become the stage for my exploration. My journey into the heart of the urban legend of the Lady in the Rain begins with the collection of tales, each a thread in the fabric of her mysterious lore. I first stop at a quaint old cafe, its windows fogged up from the warmth inside. The elderly owner, a lifetime resident of Tokyo, shares her account with a mix of reverence and fear. On nights like this, she walks, the owner whispers, her eyes reflecting the glow of the lanterns outside. A silhouette against the rain, always just out of clear sight. They say she searches for something or someone that she lost long ago. The camera captures her every word, her face illuminated by the soft light of the cafe, adding a tangible authenticity to the tale. Leaving the cafe, I delve deeper into the city. The narrow alleys lined with traditional houses contrast starkly with the modern skyscrapers towering in the distance. Here the rain feels more intimate, a curtain separating the mundane from the mystical. My footsteps echo on the wet cobblestones, the sound a steady companion in the quiet of the night. The sense of being followed grows stronger with each step. I glance back frequently, catching fleeting glimpses of a figure in the distance, a rustle of fabric, a shadow that seems out of place. The indications are subtle but unmistakable. The camera, my ever-present witness, swivels to capture these moments, though the figure remains elusive, always a step beyond clarity. My investigation leads me to a small shrine tucked away in an alley. Here, surrounded by offerings and incense, I meet a priest who shares a deeper insight into the legend. The lady in the rain was once a woman of great beauty and passion, he recounts, his voice a low rumble. Engaged to a sailor, she awaited his return. But fate was cruel. Her lover was lost to the sea. Overcome with grief, she took her own life, her spirit forever wandering these streets in search of her lost love. This tale of tragic romance adds a new layer to the ghostly sightings, painting the lady in the rain as a figure of sorrow and eternal longing. As night deepens, I find myself in an older part of Tokyo, where the narrow streets and traditional architecture evoke a sense of stepping back in time. It's here, amid the timeless ambience, that I feel her presence most acutely. The air grows colder and the rain seems to whisper her name. The camera captures a moment of stillness, the raindrops creating ripples in the puddles, as if touched by an unseen hand. A gust of wind brings a rustle of leaves, and there, in the periphery of my vision, I see her. The lady in the rain. Her figure is translucent, ethereal, her face obscured by the hood of her rain-soaked cloak. She moves with a grace that belies her spectral nature, her steps soundless on the wet pavement. I follow at a distance, the camera recording each ghostly step. She pauses at an old pier, gazing out at the dark waters, her posture one of profound loneliness. The scene is poignant, a visual echo of her endless wait for a lover who will never return. Hesitantly, I approach, addressing her in a whisper. "Why do you wander these streets?" My words seem to reach her, and for a moment she turns, her eyes meeting the camera. There's a depth of sadness in her gaze, a silent story of love and loss. The connection is brief. She fades away like mist, leaving a sense of unfulfilled yearning hanging in the air. The encounter, though fleeting, cements her legend in my mind, a love story turned tragedy, a spirit anchored to the world by the unrelenting grip of grief. As I walk back, the rain lessening in its intensity, I reflect on the lady in the rain story. Her tale is a poignant reminder of the enduring power of love and the profound impact of loss. In the heart of a city that never sleeps, her spirit lingers, a testament to the human emotions that transcend even death. The streets of Tokyo, now slowly emptying, hold the whispers of her tale, a story that will continue to be told as long as the rain falls and hearts remember. My camera, now off, holds the visual narrative of a legend that is both haunting and heartbreaking. A story that will resonate with the viewers long after the video ends. The rain begins to taper into a gentle drizzle, the city of Tokyo sighing under the easing storm. It's in this tranquil ambience that I find myself walking back to the old pier, drawn by an inexplicable pull. The camera, now back on, captures the dimly lit path, each droplet of rain glistening like a tear in the night. As I reach the pier, the lady in the rain appears again, this time more tangible, her presence almost palpable. She stands at the edge, her gaze fixed on the dark, undulating waters below. The rain seems to caress her, her form part of the night itself. I approach cautiously, respectfully, the camera held steady. "Who are you waiting for?" I ask, my voice barely above a whisper. In a moment that feels suspended in time, she turns to face me. Her features, ethereal and sorrowful, are illuminated by the faint glow of a nearby street lamp. Her lips do not move, but her voice fills my mind. A soft, melancholic sound that resonates with the rhythm of the rain. I wait for a love lost to the sea, for a promise unkept. I'm bound by my longing, unable to find peace until I deliver a message to my beloved. The revelation strikes a chord deep within me, her tale of unrequited love and undying devotion echoing the timeless stories of star-crossed lovers. The camera captures this poignant encounter, her spectral image a blur of light and shadow. "Let me deliver your message," I offer, compelled by a desire to help her find solace. Her eyes, deep pools of endless sorrow, light up with a glimmer of hope. In a swirl of mist, a small, weathered locket materializes in my hand, its chain cold and its surface etched with the patina of time. This locket contains my love, my hopes, she communicates, her voice a mere breeze in my mind. "Take it to the sea where my beloved set sail. Release it into the waters so my message may finally reach him." Clutching the locket, I make my way to the water's edge, the lady in the rain's gaze following me. The camera focuses on the locket, its significance more profound than any treasure. With a deep sense of purpose, I toss the locket into the sea, watching as it is embraced by the waves. As the locket disappears into the depths, a profound sense of peace descends upon the pier. The lady in the rain, her message finally delivered, begins to fade, her form dissolving into the night air. Her voice, now a fading echo, whispers a final goodbye. a thank you that resonates with gratitude and relief. The rain ceases, the clouds parting to reveal the first light of dawn. The camera captures the last wisps of mist where the lady once stood, her presence no longer a lingering sorrow in the streets of Tokyo. In the aftermath of her departure, the city feels different, as if a long-held breath has been released. The streets, now bathed in the soft light of morning, hold no trace of the night's encounter. Yet the footage in my camera tells a different story, a tale of love that transcended the boundaries of life and death. As I conclude the recording, the narrative of the Lady in the Rain complete, I feel an overwhelming sense of fulfillment. Her spirit, liberated from the chains of her longing, has found peace in the eternal embrace of the sea. And in telling her story, I have become a part of the legend, the bridge between her world and ours. The camera off, I walk away from the pier, the city of Tokyo awakening around me. The Lady in the Rain, a spectral figure of lore, has left an indelible mark on the night. Her story, a poignant reminder of the enduring power of love and the peace that comes with letting go. Our final tale brings us back home to a small town in America. Here, the rain is said to bring forth the spirit of a young boy, his laughter echoing through the empty streets, his ghostly figure seen playing in the rain. In the heart of a small, sleepy American town where time seems to move at its own leisurely pace, the onset of a relentless rainstorm brings with it an air of mystery. This quaint town, with its rows of aged brick buildings and tree-lined streets, usually basks in a quiet, almost idyllic charm. But tonight, as the heavens open and the rain cascades down in torrents, there's a transformation. The town's usual tranquility is pierced by an eerie, childlike laughter, turning the rain-soaked streets into a stage for an uncanny tale. I walk down the main street, the camera in my hand recording the steady rhythm of the rain. It drums on the rooftops, flows in rivulets along the sidewalks, and fills the air with its ceaseless patter. The glow from the street lamps casts a warm yet ghostly light, creating shadows that dance and flicker on the wet pavement. The town, usually so familiar and welcoming, now holds a sense of anticipation, as if waiting for a story to unfold. Through the lens, I capture the essence of this small town under the deluge. The way the raindrops beat on the windows of the closed shops, the flutter of curtains in the homes as the wind gusts, and the occasional flash of lightning that briefly illuminates the darkened sky. The scene is picturesque, yet there's an undercurrent of something inexplicable, a sense that tonight, the boundaries between the known and the unknown are blurred. The tale of the laughing boy, I begin, my voice steady against the backdrop of the rain, is one that has echoed through this town for generations. It's said that on nights like this, a young spirit awakens, his laughter ringing through the empty streets, his apparition seen playing in the rain. The camera pans slowly, capturing the eerie beauty of the rain-soaked town, a perfect setting for a ghost story. This spirit, known to the townsfolk as the Laughing Boy, is as much a part of the town's history as any of its long-standing buildings. Some say he was a child who loved the rain, his life tragically cut short, leaving behind a playful yet restless ghost. Others whisper that he's a guardian of sorts, a spectral presence that watches over the town. As I venture deeper into the town, the sound of childlike laughter drifts on the wind, a sound both innocent and chilling. It seems to come from everywhere and nowhere, a playful, yet haunting reminder of the Laughing Boy's presence. The camera, now my only companion in this deserted town, captures the empty streets, the laughter a disembodied soundtrack to the night. This opening sets the stage for a journey into the heart of an age-old legend, a quest to uncover the story of the Laughing Boy, whose spirit remains an integral part of this rain-drenched town. As the night deepens and the rain continues to fall, the tale of the Laughing Boy waits to be unraveled, a story confined to the rainy nights of this small American town. In the heart of the small American town, each rain-soaked building and lantern-lit corner seems to hold a piece of the puzzle surrounding the Laughing Boy. The town's history is deeply interwoven with his tale, his laughter a lingering echo of a past both cherished and mourned. My journey through the town is a walk through time. The camera captures the historical landmarks, the old town hall with its clock tower standing as a silent sentinel, the quaint library filled with leather-bound tomes, that whisper tales of yore, and the cozy diner where town gossip flows as freely as the coffee. In each of these places, the story of the Laughing Boy is known. Yet each recollection differs slightly, like a folklore tapestry woven with threads of truth and myth. The townspeople speak of the boy with a blend of affection and sorrow. At the local diner, a waitress with kind eyes recounts, "He was always a cheerful child, full of life and laughter. Loved the rain, he did. You could always find him playing in puddles no matter how hard it was coming down." Her words paint a picture of a boy whose spirit was as free as the rain he adored. As night deepens, the phenomenon begins. First, it's the sound of laughter, a child's giggle that seems to drift on the wind, playful and carefree. The laughter appears to come from different directions, a ghostly surround sound that sends shivers down my spine. The camera's microphone picks up the eerie sound, a haunting audio that will resonate with the viewers. Then come the footprints. They appear suddenly on the wet pavement, small barefoot prints that lead down the sidewalk and around a corner. I follow them, the camera focused on the trail. The prints lead to the local park, at a place of swings and slides now deserted and forlorn under the rain. Here, the laughter grows louder, more tangible, as if the Laughing Boy is just out of sight, hidden by the veil of the downpour. In the park, a figure darts between the trees, a fleeting glimpse of a childlike shadow. The camera catches these brief apparitions, the ghostly figure of the boy playing in the rain. Each sighting is a pulse-quickening moment, a blend of fear and fascination. The night wears on, and I find myself drawn to an old, weather-beaten house on the outskirts of town. The locals had spoken of it in hushed tones. It was here that the Laughing Boy had lived. The house, abandoned for years, stands as a forlorn monument to the boy's mysterious disappearance. The laughter leads me here, a beacon in the rain-soaked night. As I approach the house, the laughter ceases, replaced by a silence that feels heavy with unspoken stories. The house, its windows dark, its paint peeling, watches me approach. The camera captures the eerie stillness, the sense of anticipation palpable in the air. I enter the house, the door creaking open to reveal a scene frozen in time. Dust-covered furniture, faded photographs on the walls, and a sense of a life abruptly left behind. In the living room, a small pair of shoes lies discarded near a fireplace. Their presence a poignant reminder of the child who once filled this space with laughter and joy. The air in the house is thick with the presence of memories. I feel as though I'm not alone, as if the Laughing Boy's spirit permeates the very walls. In his bedroom, small toys and books lay scattered, each item a fragment of the life he once led. It's here in the quiet of his room that the pieces begin to fall into place. I find a diary, its pages filled with the innocent scrawlings of a child. The entries speak of his adventures in the rain, his love for playing in puddles, and his dreams of sailing on the high seas. But the entries grow darker, more troubled. The boy speaks of a secret, something he discovered that filled him with fear. The diary ends abruptly, the last entry a chilling forewarning of something coming for him. The camera zooms in on the diary, the boy's handwriting a stark testament to the mystery that surrounds his disappearance. Outside, the rain begins to ease, the storm's fury diminishing to a gentle patter. The town, steeped in the legend of the Laughing Boy, holds its breath as the night slowly unravels the secrets of his past. The boy's laughter, now a distant memory, leaves a haunting imprint in the air. A reminder of the child who once danced in the rain and whose spirit still lingers in the heart of the town. In the dim light of the boy's room, as I pore over the last entries of his diary, a faded photograph falls from between the pages. It depicts a young boy, his eyes sparkling with mischief and joy, standing in front of an old, forgotten well on the outskirts of town. The well, now overgrown and hidden by the encroaching woods, was a place of play for the children of the town, but it had long since been forgotten. The photograph is a silent clue, a piece of the puzzle that had been overlooked in the boy's disappearance. Compelled by this newfound lead, I leave the house, the diary and photograph in hand. The rain has lessened to a light drizzle, a soft whisper against the leaves and rooftops. The camera captures my journey through the town. now shrouded in the eerie calm of post-storm tranquility to the location of the old well. The woods are dense and dark, but the path to the well is illuminated by the occasional break in the clouds, allowing moonlight to guide my way. As I approach the well, the sense of the boy's presence grows stronger. There's a playfulness in the air, a childlike energy that swirls around the forgotten structure. I reach the well, its stones covered in moss and ivy. The laughter returns, echoing around me, a sound both joyful and heart-rending. It's here, at this well, that the boy's laughter is the strongest, the most vibrant. The camera captures the scene, the well now a focal point of this spectral tale. Speaking into the camera, I share my realization. The laughing boy's spirit isn't malevolent. He's not a ghost bound by tragedy, but by unfulfilled joy, a desire to continue the games he so loved in life. My words hang in the air, an acknowledgement of the boy's true nature. In a gesture of companionship, I place a small toy boat at the edge of the well, a symbol of the adventures he dreamed of. The laughter crescendos, a sound of delight and acceptance. The camera records this exchange, a poignant interaction between the living and the spectral. Suddenly, the laughter shifts, becoming a giggle that seems to play with the wind. The boy's spirit, now at peace, manifests one last time. A ghostly figure of a child appears, his translucent form radiating a sense of freedom and joy. He looks at me, his eyes gleaming with gratitude, and then at the toy boat. With a final burst of laughter, the spirit of the laughing boy runs around the well, his form becoming more ethereal with each step. The laughter, now a distant echo, resonates one last time before fading away with the rain. The camera captures this ethereal farewell, a testament to the boy's release. As the first rays of dawn break through the clouds, illuminating the well and the surrounding woods, a profound sense of peace settles over the area. The spirit of the laughing boy released from his earthly play has moved on. His laughter now a part of the town's history, a joyful memory in the hearts of those who remember. I turn off the camera, the narrative of the laughing boy complete. His story, a tale of playful innocence and a spirit bound not by sorrow, but by the joy of childhood, has reached its conclusion. The town, forever marked by his presence, will remember the sound of his laughter every time the rain falls, a reminder of the boy who danced in the puddles and whose spirit found solace in a final act of play. As I walk back through the awakening town, the streets drying under the morning sun, I realize that the story of the laughing boy is a testament to the enduring nature of joy and the purity of a child's spirit, a narrative that transcends the boundary between life and the afterlife. As the night retreats and the rain subsides, our journey through these ghostly whispers concludes. The stories we've shared are more than mere tales. They are echoes of lives once lived, now remembered through the veil of the supernatural. Thank you for joining Haunting Crypt Chronicles on this spectral journey. If these stories have lingered in your mind, leave a like, share your thoughts, and subscribe for more unseen tales. Remember, every raindrop may carry a whisper from the other side. Good night, and may your dreams be undisturbed by the echoes in the rain. Did that story send shivers down your spine? The haunting tales from the crypt are just the beginning, and we have more bone-chilling stories waiting for you. If you've dared to wander into our crypt, ensure you don't miss out on the upcoming nightmares. Hit that subscribe button now and join our community of thrill seekers. Click that subscribe button and become a part of the Haunting Crypt Chronicles family. The shadows await your presence. Subscribe now, and let the haunting continue.